the Citizen Barnacle. That's what its nickname is, because in the 1970s there was a model like this, and then it got pulled out of somewhere off a beach or ocean in Australia, I believe, and it had a bunch of barnacles on it. So there was like a bunch of articles on it. I remember reading it probably a year or more ago and was excited for the release of this watch. Here it is. It's titanium. It is an automatic Citizen watch. Sapphire crystal, 200 meter water resist. So pretty much checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. Let's get into the specs. This is considered the Pro Master series, so the Marine series. The part number is a NB602-68L. I thought this was the wrong tag, because on this tag it says Eco Drive Auto Dive. I was like confused. It's like, what is Eco Drive? That's solar, and then it says Auto Dive. So I don't know. The tag on that is like pretty weird, but this is the correct part number. I'll put a link in the description. It'll be a direct link, hopefully, to Saltzman's in Rhode Island. Richard and the crew there have been so great to work with, and they sent this over for me to video and share with you guys. So as I talk about the size, let's zoom in a little bit. There's two different variants of this. This blue one comes with a full titanium matching bracelet. If you get the black dial variant, it's going to come on a rubber strap, silicone rubber, I think. So this is a 41 millimeter wide case. The lug to lug is a 48.75. All of this stuff will be down in the description as well. It is only 12.45 millimeter thick. The lug opening here is 20 millimeter. The bracelet tapers down to 18. I believe this is pin and collar. I did not size this. This is a brand new watch, but I'm pretty sure it's pin and collar. So here's my dig on the watch, and pretty much everybody's dig on the watch. The crown is 5.5 millimeter. That's just too small for this watch. Is it a deal breaker? No, it's not a deal breaker, because typically you're going to set the time and the date and you're going to move on. It's not like you fiddle with a crown. You might fiddle with the bezel action, and the bezel action is pretty good, but you're not going to fiddle with the crown throughout the day. So does a 5.5 millimeter crown, is that a deal breaker? No, I don't think so. A 6.5 millimeter would have been ideal. Just 1 millimeter larger would have made that a non-issue. That is for sure. With all of its link, it weighs in at 111 gram. And here's a look at the clasp. It does have a signed fold-over part. It is all titanium. And it does have this little quick release thing here, so, or quick adjust thing, so you can do toolless on the fly quick adjust, all the while keeping it very thin profile. So it should be pretty comfortable. You do have half links on both sides, so you should be able to acquire a good size on this watch. Good sizing. There's a look at the case back, a little bit of information there. Bezel has an aluminum bezel insert, keeping to that heritage. Looks like nice applied indices. They could be pressed. It's hard to tell. You have a Mercedes style, I guess. I don't know what else you call it. It doesn't really look like a Mercedes hands to me. It looks like a Y or something with a circle, but very legible. The bezel action is a 60 click. But it has one of the most unique sounds I've ever heard from a 60 click. It almost sounds like there's a click in between. It definitely is a 60, but it almost sounds like a 120 click, and they're very muted and soft. It's very consistent and a very good smooth bezel action, and that's good because there's not a lot of grip on the bezel. It is fully polished, and it does have some, grip there, but it's not very aggressive. So thankfully, it's not difficult to turn, and you will be able to manage that. Inside this watch is the Miyota. Of course, Citizen owns Miyota. Miyota Automatic 9051 movement. It does have some anti-magnetic properties. It beats at 4 hertz. It's hacking, hand winding, and it has the date as well. Sapphire crystal to finish off the quality part of the watch. The retail price, $9.95. You're probably going to get a discount. And hopefully Saltzman's doesn't dig on me too much, but I did go look over at Citizen's website. they even offer a sale on there on direct sales, which is kind of a bummer for like the jewelry shops and stuff like that, because then they're almost forced into matching that essentially. So, you know, do your homework and negotiate whatever you need to do with whatever authorized dealer you're going with. I do recommend you go with an authorized dealer. I am personally recommending Saltzman's because they've been so great to deal with, not only just because they work with me and they send me watches, but I've bought watches from them, quite a few watches, and have had the best experience. And I know quite a few other people that are even local or online that have also bought a lot of watches at Saltzman's, and they have the same experience. Nothing but positive reviews. So that is what the watch looked like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Like I said, very comfortable, very lightweight. Titanium is a very good metal for not getting too hot or too cold. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when it comes to either summer hot temperatures or the winter cold temperatures. Titanium is going to be more comfortable. All right, let's kill the studio lights and check the lume on this thing. Outstanding lume. Citizen knocked it out of the park in the lume department. Probably enough to compensate for the 5.5 millimeter crown. So is it a perfect watch? No, no watch is. Do we have room for a Barnacle 2.0? Absolutely. You know, they could improve the bezel action. They could even modernize it and you know, bring it up to date, maybe do a ceramic bezel insert, upsize the crown. They have a lot of different ways they could go with this particular model. Some different colorways. That's the easy thing to do. But whatever they do, if Citizen is watching this video and listening to me and the fan base, put a larger crown. I did hear rumor from a Citizen rep that probably going to see a larger crown. Okay, that's just, if you watch the video that long, I'll give you that little nugget. Thanks for watching. And again, big thanks to the crew at Saltzman's. Tell them I sent you. I'll see you on the next vid.